want to talk a little bit about sneakers. The first thing I want to know is how long have you been collecting, and what's your favorite pair of your collection right now?
You want to start, or you want me to go? I got it. All right, so I know I've had this discussion with you before. It's like deja vu or something. So I have, I've obviously been wearing sneakers my whole life. I think as far as collecting Jordans, it took a little bit longer for me to be able to collect just because of not being able to afford it growing up. I know I like to drop Mizuno as being my real first sneaker. That was the sneaker I truly earned because I had to get a job waiting tables. And it was a sneaker that I needed to be on my volleyball team, my travel team. I was that girl that just didn't quite fit in because I was mismatched, didn't have the right shoes, so everybody used to make fun of me. And so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be that girl. I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna earn these sneakers. And I did just that, and that's kind of when I really fell in love with sneakers. I grew up in a town where there was an outlet mall, so that was kind of where I started that collection, getting shoes discounted. But as far as, did you ask what's my favorite shoe in the collection right now?
Right now, right.
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, it's a tough one because I'm obsessed with New Balances right now, and I know that they've been getting a lot of love this year. I'm obsessed with my Soleil Bembury's. I love my Peace Be the Journey. I love my Water Be the Guides. I'm wearing probably my favorite shoe of the year, the Alma Manera 3s. But comfort-wise, I would say I have to go with my New Balances, but as far as like story and shoe of the year, it's definitely my Alma Manera 3s right now.
I said that. Shoe of the year. What about you, Michelle?
All right, am I doing this right now?
Yeah, all right.
So, man, I don't date myself, but
it's okay.
I say I really started collecting sneakers like when I was about 16. My favorite pair is the Concord 11. That's because that's the first pair I ever bought with my own money. I got a job, had my own money, and I mean, like, I wore that sneaker. You know, like, I worked for a pizza joint, and I wore that sneaker to the pizza sauce all over it. And I had that pair up until maybe about 10 years ago. And, yeah, I kind of got rid of it.
Did you rebuy them?
Yeah, I did.
Does it still smell like pizza?
So, yeah, I wish I still had it. But really collecting sneakers that's when my love for it really started. So yeah, that's about it. But my grandfather was always a big person on it. It always mattered who's on your feet. So, he didn't matter. Like Nike was it, put Nikes on your feet, won't mess up your feet. Like that was his whole thing. He used to always tell me. So now, not so much. Kind of like stop buying so many sneakers. But yeah, that's it.
You still buy a lot of sneakers. We're playing 3-on-3, you buy a lot of sneakers. How many sneakers are in your collection, Michelle? Did y'all hear that cricket?
She's looking, I know, she was like, are you talking to the person behind me? I know she's not talking to me.
I don't have an exact number, but it's over 450. I got it. So.
She wins.
Slight work.
I don't know though, you have a huge sneaker collection too.
It's about the same.
I was gonna say.
I think I might have crossed 5, but still, it's about the same. And we wear pretty much the same size. I'm a 5.5, 6, she wears a 6. So we know what we have.
So you can share technically. You don't have to like actually get the same sneakers.
3-on-3 don't share.
I got a son.
Nope.
The same size. I'll be like, what you want?
You share with a son, right? What about you, Marissa? How many would you say right now are in your collection?
I definitely have not hit the 400 marker, but I also live in New York, which is a very difficult place to collect anything, unfortunately. But I probably have around almost 300, I would say.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'm definitely in those digits.
Right. Have you ever thought about, and this is for both of you, have you ever thought about like cutting down and just holding on to the ones that you really care about and get rid of the ones that you may never wear?
I mean, I think every year I go through this moment where I have to purge, and it's like, I always say this, it's like Toy Story, it's like Woody when you don't care about Woody anymore and you got a new toy, you got Sporky. So I feel like that with my sneakers sometimes. It's like, oh, I haven't given this much love to this sneaker. I think I need to leave room for a new one to take its place. So that's kind of how I do it every year. At the end of the year, I go through my collection and see what you know, I was vibing with at the start, and get rid of the ones, unfortunately, that I know somebody probably will get more wear out of.
Right. I agree. What about you?
I am the complete opposite. I am a sneaker hoarder. You understand? I don't get rid of my shoes. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to have enough room where, you know, I have a sneaker room so I can pile them in there.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't get rid of my sneakers.
What's going to happen when you run out of room, though?
I'm not running out of room.
She'll just sleep on them. She'll put them under her mattress.
I got it.
A backup space.
That's my fear, running out of room. And it's rough because there's so many shoes that I want and I know I probably just shouldn't get because where am I put them? But then I buy doubles, which doesn't help. So, I mean, I understand, I feel the pain there for sure. We're going to change gears real quick because there's some things that I want to know. Being women in the sneaker industry, being women in the sneaker community. How do you, like, what kind of questions do I want to ask? How do you feel about women and how we are, you know, looked at or envisioned right now in the sneaker community? How do you feel about it? Are you satisfied? Do you think it could be better? What do you think?
I think it's difficult because, you know, it is a saturated niche that, you know, is pretty male dominated, especially in the YouTube space, which is kind of why I decided to start my channel. Oh no, party foul. It's okay. No boxes have been damaged. No lives lost. But I definitely think that a lot of brands are opening their eyes and seeing that, you know, we as women need to have our voices heard and we need to have a place in the sneaker community, and I think that it is definitely a part of their plans. But, you know, one of the most important parts of that is we as women also have to have a voice on our own platforms as well, so that, you know, it's reasserting to these brands that, you know, we're here, we do exist, and it's not just men that have a love and passion for sneakers, it's women too.
I agree. What about you, Miranda? How do you feel?
Man, because
I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I got to hear it.
we're very, I mean, I know we've come a long way, but women are still very underrepresented in the sneaker community, culture, you know, I don't want to say this. So, you know, to love sneakers is cool, you know, like it's accepted, you know. But a lot of the times, if you don't look a certain way, or, you know, if you're not in a certain crowd, or if you're not taking pictures where, you know, you're kind of showing your body and things like that, you know, I feel like when those pictures are taken, it kind of puts us back a little bit. You know, as being women in the community and people actually taking us seriously, you know? So, that's kind of what my stance is. Like, I kind of feel like, you know, we could be doing a lot more. You know, I feel like as women in the community are more present and we're able to communicate and get together more, then, you know, that'll build us a lot more than where we're at right now.
So, on that same note then, what would you suggest or what would you say, like what would be a little piece of advice that you would give to, you know, maybe the younger women or even older, it could be either or, out here that might be trying to, you know, let's say start a YouTube channel. You both have YouTube channels, I do not. I do, but I don't use it.
We gotta get you on that platform.
I just don't want, I don't know.
It's addicting. Once you start, you can't stop.
That's why I don't do it. But like, what would you tell like some of the women that are out here, you know, that are trying to, you know, become entrepreneurs or that may be trying to, you know, come into this space of, you know, the sneaker industry, which can be very intimidating, we know, but pretty much all of us are kind of, we pretty strong-minded, we good, you know what I'm saying? We're good. But what would you tell them, what kind of advice would you give these ladies as far as enduring the adversities and things like that in the sneaker community?
I honestly would say just jump out there and do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's like, oh, there's so many channels, why are people gonna watch mine? And you know, you got the doubts in your head, but if you love the sneakers, you know what I'm saying? You wanna show what you love about sneakers, what sneakers you love, you know, that's always going to have a little bit of a different look to it. You're always going to be different than the next person. Like, you can be doing the same thing, but it's the way you do it. You know, come genuine. You know, don't worry about what the trend is and things like that. Just stay original. And I feel like I said, just go for it. Just do it. You know, just do your Nike thing. Just do it. But yeah, I would say, I mean, I feel like if we support each other, you know, that's the big thing. The support needs to come from within the community, but at the same time, you gotta just be yourself. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as getting out to do it, man, there's so much stuff going on YouTube. But what I'm saying, like, the genuine sneaker lover is always gonna be that one that's gonna be watched. That's just what, you know.
Facts. Who has me and ShadeTV? We here.
Yeah, so I would say, you know, before I even started this YouTube channel, I was making a ton of excuses. Oh, I don't have time, I'm so tired, you know, and COVID hit and I had all this excess time on my hands and I was like, man, I just need to do this. And just like you said, it's all about taking action. You know, I think we all love talking about great ideas, but it's all about the execution on top of that. And this year, you know, I really made a whole plan as to brands I wanted to work with and really just positive affirmation of goals that I had in mind. And I have worked with every brand I had on that list and I've reached out to them on my own. You know, I would just say, like, you just got to jump in, you know, all the way. Don't even think about it. Don't be fearful of the unexpected outcome. Yes, you're going to hear no 1,000 times, but it just makes it worth it to hear those few yeses. And, you know, the fact that I just did it, which was the number one, I mean, I can't even imagine where my life would be if I had just decided to sit on my ass last year and watch Netflix all day, you know. I can't even sugarcoat it. YouTube is hard. It's a full-time job. I know that you do it. It's one of those things where you can't just magically upload a video. It doesn't happen like that. It takes time, it takes commitment. And I would say the next thing is consistency. If you want to be in this industry and you want people to find you in this community, they need to know that they will always confide in knowing that you'll have some type of content up that they can go and look for.
Right.
And consistency is hard. You know, for me, before I even started the channel, it was all about testing it out, testing the waters. Can I even get enough sneakers? Do people even care to listen to me talk? I mean, I thought I was gonna have maybe 1,000 followers last year. I was like, hallelujah. People actually are watching me. This is way more than I expected. Thought people were just gonna hate on me for the first year and I was just gonna go cry myself in a corner and walk away from this. But, you know, it's about the community and it's about the love and passion that we all share, but also the support system. I think there's a lot of gatekeepers and it's about what they think you need to qualify in order to sit at the table. And with women, we need to stop that. There's so few of us. We need to support each other. We need to help each other in any way that we can. And the more that we can do that, the more brands will see us. I mean, 3 of us up here is more powerful than just me being up here by myself. We need each other to make that true, real impact.
So you both basically said the same thing. It's something that I've been preaching about, you know, for a while now. And that's being able to support each other. Competition is I just did a podcast this past, about a week and a half ago, and that was one of the questions, they asked the question, what is it like that you see in the sneaker community that you disagree with, or what would you like to see change? I would like to see us women stop competing against each other, right? I can't stand it. Hate is a strong word, but I really hate it, because we're not doing anything but holding each other back. Right?
There's so much room for all of us, and I don't know what this ideology of I need to be the only one, you know? There's so much space.
Right. I said that too. There's so many different lanes. You know, there's enough lanes for everybody to have one. Like, and we would do so much better if we would come together and build the masterpiece and then use that, you know what I'm saying, to go out and attack or go out and, you know, be successful or whatever the case may be. There's always going to be strength in numbers, right?
We're always strong together.
Always.
Always.
But we don't have, you know, there's always a few that, you know, feel like, well, you know, you haven't been collecting long enough, so you don't really count. You're not seeing it. Or your last, or your your oldest pair of shoes is from 2012, you're not seeing it. Like, that needs to stop. Gatekeepers, whatever you want to call it, those things we have to stop doing. We need to come together. We need to support one another. Regardless of what it is that you're doing in your business, support each other. It's simple. Go buy a t-shirt. Y'all, this is a strong topic for me. I mean what I say. Go buy a t-shirt. Go buy a pen. Like, I'm not saying spend $300 on a shoe. Support one another.
I gotta shout out my girlfriend, Brooke, over here. So this is her first Sneakercon. She has never seen this underground community, and she bought her first pair of sneakers today right when she walked in the door, immediately. I mean, she didn't even look at any other tables. It was right there, right in front of her. She knew the color, the silhouette, and you know, it's about sharing the love and passion that we have. And maybe she just started collecting today. Maybe this is starting a bad trend. I'm so sorry, Brooke. You may be broke a couple months from now, I'm sorry. But, you know, like, I have a lot of girlfriends who would love to see what this world is about.
Right.
And that's what I love about it. It's like we share a passion as friends and enjoy different activities, but this is a part of my world that she hasn't seen.
Right.
And to involve her in that, we're now extending another woman in this community.
Correct.
You know, it's one by one.
And the goal is to not knock them down. It's to embrace them, right? That's what we keep talking about. Embrace them. And then you'd be surprised from doing that, what type of relationships you build. Clearly, I met Marissa in Dallas.
My first Sneakercon was with you.
First Sneakercon I met in Dallas. I met her in Dallas, and we've done, what, 3, 4 cities?
This is our fourth.
Now?
This is our fourth one, yeah.
Like, you build relationships with people and you never know where that's going to take you. But the goal of that is not to think that you're going to get something in return. Let it be organic. Let it, you know, let it just happen. Don't force these things. So as a female sneakerhead, I've been collecting for years and years. Fine. I don't consider myself better or worse than any of the next persons, right? Just embrace. Build these relationships, and who knows where you'll end up. 6 years ago, this was my first Sneakercon in Cleveland. I think it was 6 years ago now. But I had my daughter, she was like 2 or 3 years old.
Look at that. We got some
Now
dunks, some undefeated pack dunks over there.
But yeah, so like, I've been coming to Sneakercon, I've built so many relationships, you guys, and it's gotten me to places that I never imagined that it would take me. For instance, being up on this stage now talking to these powerful women. So we just, you know, I don't want to hold us too long up here, but I just want you all, women, men, regardless of what it is, together. We need to come together as a community. We need to embrace one another. We need to make this money together. We can do it. There's room for everybody to do it. And just, you know, share the passion, share the love. That's my challenge for you all for 2022, is to love on the next person. That's it. Don't compete, love on the next person. So you'll see that. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, wherever you are.
It literally costs nothing.
Nothing.
Share. Put it out there. Put it on your post. Share. Get everybody's name out of it.
Absolutely. And I'll let y'all say y'all final words or whatever. I appreciate y'all as always for, you know, just saying
the
yes
raffle.
because you don't have to say yes, but I appreciate you all for doing that. Last words, tell them where to find you again for the ones that missed it. It's behind you as well, and then we're gonna get out of here.
You can find me at ShadeTV on YouTube. I have 2 Instagrams, the Hype Model as well as Marissa Hill, which I think is behind me actually. But yeah, love to hear from all you ladies out there. For those of you listening, come and join the community. I've got a platform for you.
Hey, y'all heard it.
Alright, y'all can find me on Instagram and YouTube at 313 Retro Queen. Also, I do a sneaker battle on a different channel on YouTube. It's Who Has the Heat. So I'm on there as well with three other awesome sneakerheads, but they happen to be guys. But you know, we're gonna get guys on the channel a little bit. Big Fly, Eat Money, PM Kicks. Yeah, this is a great time, man. Like we do that show to make sure, you know, we're trying to keep it organic in the community. So y'all give me a follow. Hit me up. My DMs be open. Like, you got any questions you got, I'm there to help out in any way I can.
Well, as I said before, thank you all so much. Shout out to eBay, shout out to Sneakercon for allowing me the opportunity to use this platform to talk to these women, as well as everybody else that I usually have on stage. But these women are very special to me. that's why they're here, and I appreciate them. You can follow me as well on Instagram, Mrs. Jones Speaks with a Z behind me, also Anchor Souls. But we are out of here. Thank you so much. Peace.